right, welcome back. It is still Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. But right now, time check is 8:41 a.m. It's time for Mainland Focus. All right, and this is the part where we, spotlight one or two trending stories and then open up the phone line for you to join in on the conversation. This morning, we have two focal points. So, here we go. Nigeria's debt burden. How can the incoming government tackle the issue of our rising debt? As it is now, we're pushing on 46 trillion naira. It is a serious cause for concern as the total debt stock is standing at about $103.11 billion. And this is as at December 2022 because this quarter is just ending. So we can't really put some figures to it yet. So it could even rise even further before the handover, that's before the transition. So it means that, the incoming government is in for a very, very long ride as regards, the management of the nation's economy. As it is now, the debt stock is the total portfolio of the federal government, the 36 state governments, and the Federal Capital Territory. Just as, some people would say that what exactly is the sourcing for this funding? But then, what are your thoughts? How do you think we can, or how do you think the incoming government can tackle the issue of our rising debt profile? Which areas of our economy should be looked at for improved revenue? There's so many ways we can, generate revenue, but then, lots of times they look at taxes. That's why we have so many multiple taxes. Multiple taxes in different places, and that would just make things difficult for a lot of people. Where a country where about over 40%, over 50% is living below poverty level. So by the time you now come and say, "Oh, we have a debt problem and we need to solve it,"
and overtax everybody,
and then you now overtax everybody. So what other areas do you think we can actually generate, funds? Because the Director General of the DMO said that, Nigeria has several sources of funding. And so what are these several sources of funding when we have a debt profile of almost 46 trillion? We have a subsidy regime that's pushing 13 trillion naira as well. So it's a serious cause for concern. What do you suggest that the incoming government should look at? A lot of people I know will say, let's refine locally. We can make money, clear our debts, and even have, a country where the president is dashing cars to our football stars. It's just
but Sandra, at least the known sources of revenue, we should better manage them. The oil sector, which is the largest, where we get the largest revenue, we should better manage them. Let's refine locally, keep our funds here, don't waste it on a very fraudulent subsidy regime and all of that. At least let's even start with that. But again, the timeline for fixing our refineries, we've gotten God knows how many timelines for at least one to work. I think we got a December timeline. There was a time that we signed a contract with Daewoo that was going to take 2 years, so it's complete confusion really in the oil sector, which is supposed to be the easiest and the most at least realistic sources of generating revenue for the country. All
right, thank you very much, Fuhad. I appreciate. But what other areas?
Well, I think agriculture can also help us.
Thank you. Because, if we are going to be looking at the oil sector, it's already a conversation that's ongoing at the moment with the subsidy removal conversation that has been going on for the past few days. All right. So because by June, there's no provision for subsidy. So that means that maybe our debt profile will come down a bit. If we remove force, I don't know. Maybe it will come down a bit. But then there must be some other areas we can actually make money.
I think the extractive industry too, if we can better manage that, we have a lot of
I want to ask a question before we move ahead. Forgive my curiosity or inquisitiveness. What happened to cocoa days?
Well, again, if then we had a situation where each region had to work hard, because it's about what you're able to produce at the regional level.
Yes.
So you had the Southwest, for example, investing so much in agriculture, supporting farmers, buying cocoa from them, subsidizing for fertilizer and all the things that needed to happen. We had the granite pyramid in the north too. So it's not just about cocoa. And then, of course, in the east, you had the palm kernel and all of that.
The textile industry as well.
Yeah. Look, the farm settlements in the Southwest, go and see what has happened to them. We've abandoned them. People have built on them. Because everybody just, the oil boom just brought up a situation where everybody abandoned what they were supposed to do.
And here we are, we're importing beans, we're importing
everything, and even Malaysia that came to take samples of our palm kernel to plant, it got to a point where we're importing red oil, palm oil from Malaysia. Yes, we imported.
It's okay. You have to look up. All right. Well, what are the other areas of our economy that you think the incoming government can tap into for improved revenue? I mean, the DG of the DMO said that Nigeria has several sources of income. I'm curious, what are these sources? Now, the second focal point, call for interim government. What are the dangers of such a call? We'll have that conversation, but I quickly need to put something out there because yesterday was open mic. Today is not open mic, so we're going to be very, very try to contain a lot of conversations as regards this particular
issue,
focal point, this call for interim government, because the truth is a lot of people, there are a lot of reactions to it, and everybody is flipping it like no, it's a no. So let's be very careful when we share our thoughts. Now, what are the dangers of a call for interim government? How can we create a structure to further deepen and improve on a democratic process? So the plot for an interim government is actually alien to the Constitution, as proven by a lot of senior advocates of Nigeria. It's not in our Constitution. So just as Fuhad mentioned earlier, who are the people that will put it together? Who are the people that would head?
I was just going to bring somebody and say, "Yeah, go ahead."
Who is going to sit down to? Who is the board? Who are the board that will come together?
Or the council?
Or the council? I don't know. What do we call them? Because it's new. It's
not even. It's alien.
It's alien to our Constitution. It's not a part of our Constitution. So, as it is now, the juries have said no one must be allowed to scuttle the democracy. So, what are the dangers of such a call for interim government? This is not a new conversation. People have been calling for interim government since last year. I remember one of the series, series that you sent to me, the prophecy that there will be 6 months interim.
Those ones are just political analysts.
I said series. That's I said one of the movies that we're watching. You sent me one movie.
Yeah,
like
of course. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's all right. So the conversation has always been there since last year. We have Chris Okoti, the pastor, who was the presidential candidate of Fresh political party.
Oh, okay.
I will never forget.
The Fresh Party.
Fresh Party. That would have been my party.
If they existed.
Boots. All right, but moving on, what are the dangers of that call? So we have 2 focal points. Please, let's stick to the 2 minutes that's been allotted. Once you go beyond 2 minutes, we would do the needful in order for as many people as possible to be able to share their own contribution. All right, let's be fair.
Yes, to others too.
It's true. Very important. All right. So 2 focal points. Call for interim government. What are the dangers of that call? And the second one, of course, is the debt profile. What do you think the incoming government can do, to increase the sources of revenue generation? Yes, let me put it that way. 0913 6000 410 0913 6000 410. That's the number for you to call. For text messages and WhatsApp messages, it's 0913 6000 430. 0913 6000 430. All right, 2 minutes. Please keep it clean. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
Okay, I'm really now here from Mount Luku.
All right, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kangwelina.
The debt profile that we are calling 40-something trillion.
46.
For you, I don't know how we came up to this amount. What's on ground to justify that debt? I've not seen it. So if you are telling me about this 40-something trillion and these people want to come on, they should account for what they did with the debt first. They should tell what they actually did with that debt that has gone to 40-something trillion. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, on the interim government, what are the dangers on all that? I don't think there's any interim government anywhere. If there was to be interim government, it is still the same APC that will constitute the interim government. Is it a bid that will form interim government? So people who are talking about interim government, people want to do interim government and all that. I think those people just want to use this thing, and it's part of their plan, so that the opposition will be cowed, so that they won't protest again. But if you steal my yam, won't you allow me to talk that you have stolen my yam? Sandra.
You should talk now. It's your yam.
If you come to my house and steal my yam, won't I protest?
It's your yam.
Even if I go to court, I will still tell people I'm in court. But what you did to me is too painful for me. So I have to react. That's why I'm a human being.
It's okay.
So nobody should tell me that go to court. I've gone to court, but allow me to ventilate my anger that you stole my yam.
It's okay.
But
okay.
As you are ventilating your anger, nobody will expect you to burn the house.
Because you still go back to the house and live in it. You understand? Because fine, if you believe it is your yam, no problem. Come, bring your lawyer. Let's go to the court. Prove that it is your yam. If the court say okay, it is your yam,
but it's not your yam.
He'll give you your yam.
But don't burn down the house, because you still have to go home and sleep.
Where will you live if you burn your house because you're angry? And then you can't go and burn your opponent's house because of yam. I'm trying to have that understanding. So let's try to balance.
But I like the analogy of the yam.
I don't like the analogy because a lot of people write their names on yams nowadays. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. On the issue of
your name and where are you calling from?
Sorry, my name is George. I'm calling from Surulere. On the issue of interim government, there is no way a national party can set up an interim government without the full knowledge of.
Have you experienced an interim government before?
Yes.
Oh.
And aside that, so let's get things clear. DSS coming out to say that they know the parties involved, let them call them out. I don't think it's a full plan on.
Okay.
It's just a way to distract the people. The DSS should do their job. Their job is not to expose people. Their job is to find out whoever has done something and pick them and take them to law enforcement agencies. If you know that you found someone, you discover the plot that some people are trying to do something, you pick them up. It's just as simple as that. Don't come out and start screaming, hey, they want to do this, they want to do that, and you guys are not doing anything about it. It's just another way to silence the voice of the people. If the people, they told you that they are in court already, let them go to court. They are already in court already. Then don't stop them from protesting peacefully. It is their fundamental human right. It's their right as citizens of the country. They can protest peacefully while they are case in court. That's my humble submission. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Judge.
Yes, we appreciate 0913 6000 410. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, this is Joshua from Oregon.
All right, Joshua.
Yeah. Let me first of all comment about the other source of revenue income. And Fuhad said something about this agriculture. We have actually neglected that part in Nigeria on a very serious note. Go to states like Benue State, where I come from. Go to Taraba. See how fruit, tomato, mangoes are being wasted because there's no factory to process these things. If you go to Benue State, if they are buying a basket of tomato at 500, that is when tomato is expensive. But for how long will this product last? Just for some months, because there is no company to
process
turn this in. Yes, that is the problem that we have in Nigeria. So everybody fix eyes on oil and all of that. We neglect, and these are the things that we're able to build even this country itself, agriculture. So if you can invest and support these farmers, I'm telling you, in no space of time, we'll see money in this country that will not even know what to do with money. Just take a walk to Benue and Taraba, see yam, see mango, see all of that. Secondly, the issue of interim government, on a very serious note, I don't see any need where we're talking about interim government, because there's no way you tell me that opposition will just come and plot an interim government. How? You should better enlighten us how interim government is being done. That people are saying, who is coming to plot an interim government? Explain to us. Let's know how the process is being done. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's not known into the constitution, so there's no process.
It's
alien.
No, but our first caller said he has experienced.
No. I'm sure it was the transition from Babangida, when they brought Shonekon, and that dipped us into serious crisis, political crisis in the country. Yeah, that was the Shonekon era.
Hello.
Hello, how are you, Sandra?
Good morning, Pastor Ambrose.
We thank God for another day.
Yes, sir.
Fuhad, how are you? Good morning.
Pastor Ambrose.
I don't know how a government in power and the DSS will be talking of interim government. I don't understand. I am not understanding, and I will never understand. Is it possible? So if you say people are protesting to scuttle democracy whatsoever, it's a different thing. But to say interim government, is it not the Buhari administration that is in charge? And he has said that there is no going back. So what are we talking about? Sandra, I experienced interim government when Babangida installed Shonekon.
Yeah.
You know, for some months before Abacha took over. Interim governments are usually very fragile because they are illegal and all of that. I have said it and I'm saying it. Whether we like it or not, we have done our vote. Whether the vote were rigged or not, and a winner has been announced. Whether we like it or not, it is only God that can change what has been announced. I don't believe in the Supreme Court, and I've said it that they should not go to court. It's only God that can change whatsoever is on ground. But like I said, government, if the president-elect gets into office, the only way he can suit nerves is good governance. He should do away with Agberos. He should make sure that there is a credible electoral process. He should make sure that, things get cheap. NEPA should be working. Our health sector should be working. If all these things start working now, people will not begin to agitate again. So that's the way.
Hello, good morning. Okay, we lost that one. Hello? Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is that sound different?
Mainland 98.3 FM.
Okay. This is Abraham calling from Smithella.
Oh.
Okay.
Please, this interim government of a thing. We are all aware that this man called Dati, Obi Deputy, is the first person that called for interim government. And he forget that he could not win 25% from the call for his principle in the election. And he come on TV to pronounce interim government. That shows in his own region it does not even have electoral value. He come on national television and agitating for interim government. See, if you don't have electoral value, that shows you cannot win election in your region. Obi clear southeast, Tinubu clear southwest, Atiku clear north. That is how the election go. You don't even have a proof that election is rigged so far, and you take a case to court. You started talking as if you are going to win the case without having a valid point.
But
so
let's wait till the courts decide.
So are you saying?
If you take a case to court, you wait to court to decide. Not that you will be hoping as if we are going to win that case.
Are you saying that the interim government is a wrong call?
Overrun.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's the focus. We appreciate your contribution. All right. 0913 6000 410. Please let's stay focused. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
This is James calling from Mexico.
Good morning, James.
To me, DSS, they are not doing their work very well, and they don't even know what they are saying. They don't know that they are security. Security don't tell people that some people say, or I hear say, by doing this, you have to provide those people. Who are those people? They have questions to answer. So they must bring those people out. They must provide them out. Or they will learn it themselves. Will be in trouble if they fail to provide these people. Thank you.
I didn't know they will be in trouble.
It's okay. But they have come out to talk. Hello?
Hello, Sandra.
Yes, good morning. Mr. Peter.
Good morning. Thank God it's Friday. Fuhad, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
if the government power does not set up interim government, it can never work. Let me tell you, during the Babangida Abacha's time, all that Nadeko was trying to do, in fact, the Radio Kudirat was a radio station that was talking to topple the government, and then I can give you the people that were manning that station, but that's not the issue today. And when we talk of protest, Nadeko was protesting all over the world. If you remember this man that called, his name was, it was a professor and a lecturer at ADU, Patrick Wilmot, that was deported from Nigeria. That man, and the one that covered his welcome party at Awolowo Road, he told us that they went 190 countries to protest against the government. Were they able to set up interim government? The answer is no. So for me, I think this interim government of the top is a diversion. They just want to divert our attention so that we will not ask them how did they manage all the loan that they have been collecting. How many months remain or how many days remain for them to leave power? They want to give us this sensitive issue to engage us so that we don't ask questions.